GAQA, What Should I Do Wednesday? I hope you guys are having a fantastic, magical, wonderful Wednesday. I know I am. I got to sleep till like noon today. That freaking never happens. I think my body just officially shut down. Like, I've been so tired from the last few days that I think that once I got the girls off to school and went back to bed this morning, my body was like, F you, I'm out. And it just shut down and I got to sleep, which works out for me because now I have like tons of energy, but I know now I won't sleep tonight. Like, it's the toss-up. But at least I got a little bit of sleep this morning, and now I have the energy to do my video on time and be productive and do stuff like you're supposed to do on your day off, right? Right. But we're not here to talk about all that. We are here to talk about GAQA, What Should I Do Wednesday, where I answer all of your ghost adventures or general paranormal related questions. And we have a fun little list that I'm going to get started on, so here we go. Okay, thanks. Bye. Our first couple of questions came from Teresa Forbes, and they're ghost adventures related questions. And our first one is, what is my favorite location that the guys have done? Hands down, by far, without a doubt, Poveglia. I love Poveglia Island. I think it's an amazing place. I think it's full of rich history, and yes, it's full of sadness, but I think it's just amazing, and it's insanely freaking haunted. I enjoyed the episode because Zach let us in to a really dark side of paranormal investigation with his possession, letting us see that, letting us experience that, and so I just commend him for that because I think it's amazing, and I think it's wonderful what he's doing. I loved everything about it. They got tons of good evidence. It was just really creepy, and it was just an amazing, amazing episode. So by far, I think it will always be in my #1 spot. Until something comes along and takes its place, it will for sure be my #1. My least favorite location, which was her second question, had to be Demons in Seattle. Now, I love Seattle. Okay, I love the city. I think it's beautiful. I've been there a couple times as a kid. I think it's amazing. However, this episode, though, these people, they didn't live in Seattle. They lived like in a suburb, but still, it was close enough. And it was like beyond me. They were cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs cray cray. And they wanted attention. They wanted money. They wanted all this notoriety. And they were just doing it for whatever. They were not doing anything of good. And I think that the guys showed the episode because they wanted to show you that it's not always a legitimate haunting. Like, they went in there for the purpose of teaching us that sometimes people are crazy and sometimes people will do, crazy things. I think that something's going on maybe mentally with the woman involved because she was kind of creepy, and they may have some sort of a spirit attachment, but it's by no means what they say it is. Like, there's no poltergeist demonic activity going on there except by the hands of them. So it was just, that was my favorite, like my least favorite episode to watch, just because it was painful to watch. Like, it gave the paranormal world a bad name. It gave like the city of Seattle a bad, like, it was just crazy. Like, it was just nuts. Like, it just drove me crazy and I hated it. But I'm glad the guys did it, but I just was not a good time. The last thing we're going to talk about in today's video is something that Bobby and I kind of discussed, and that is channeling. Now, I talked about it a little bit yesterday in my recap video, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit more in depth today. First of all, channeling is when a medium or someone with a sensitive ability allows a spirit to use their body as a vessel for the purpose of communication and closure. It's different from possession in that possession is not always warranted. Possession is something that kind of just happens by either a negative or demonic spirit. Channeling is where there's a mutual understanding between the vessel and the spirit, and it's like, I'll let you come in, I'll let you use me for the purpose of closure and communication, but then you're going to have to go. Okay, this is how it is. It's dangerous for those who are inexperienced because they don't have the ability to deflect the negative. It's dangerous for those who are experienced because they have the ability to deflect the negative. That can go into someone in the room that's maybe that's more vulnerable, less experienced. And bad things can happen from that, especially if they're a negative energy. If you're experienced, you can deflect it. If you're inexperienced, you can't. And if you're in the same room, that spirit's going to go after you because they can sense that you can do it too, but you are more vulnerable, so they're going to take you for the purpose of negativity. It's a positive thing in that, like I said, it gives a spirit a line of communication and closure. Spirits die tragic, untimely deaths all the time. They don't know they're dead. They know they're dead. They're unhappy about it. They need something. They need to say something. So this allows them to be have that closure and that communication, which in the paranormal world is always a good thing, because when you allow a spirit to come in and speak to you or use your body as a vessel, they're able to say the things they need to say, do the things they need to do, and hopefully move on and be at peace. And that is always, I think, a goal for a paranormal investigator or for a medium or a sensitive or anyone involved, because it allows them to be able to help a spirit move on, and there's nothing bad about that. Personally, I couldn't do it. I have hard enough time being an empath. I didn't know I was an empath till about a year ago. I've worked on it for the last year, just kind of opening my abilities and really using my senses a little bit more. I just always thought I was overly emotional and dramatic. That's what people always told me. I have really bad anxiety issues. I can't be in crowds of people for very long at a time. It just drains me, and now I know why. And it's because I'm constantly picking up on their emotions and their energy. I'm just sensitive to my environment. I can't do it. I can be around groups of people that I know and that I'm comfortable with, but when it comes to groups of people that I don't know, forget about it. I'm under the table and I'm crying. So personally, I couldn't do it. I commend those who can. I think it's an amazing ability. I think that if used right, is used for the greater good for the paranormal world. And I think it's a great tool to have. But I personally, I just couldn't do it. But like I said, I commend those who do, because I think it's an amazing thing. They give spirits a chance to get closure and communication and move on. And that's always the goal in the paranormal world. But that is all I have for GAQA What Should I Do Wednesday. I will be back on Friday for GA Recap Friday. No. Crap. But that is all I have for GAQA What Should I Do Wednesday. I will be back on Friday for GA Flashback Friday, where I will recap a past episode of Ghost Adventures. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, have a great, magical, wonderful rest of your week. Much love and happiness, guys.